Go ahead and get started. All right, so welcome to the My Daily Choice Fuel Factor X opportunity presentation. We do this presentation every Thursday at whatever time it is in your time zone. And I'm so glad to be back this week. Last week I was on holiday, vacation, travel, and I know Dale had to hold it all down by himself, but I am back and ready to rock and roll with you guys. So super excited to be here today, and we're going to go ahead and get this party started. So without further ado, let me introduce my co-host. This guy is absolutely a bundle of joy. He's a lot of fun, really cool guy. We've hung out. I've been to his house. We've been friends for like 15 years now. It's been an amazing journey. Um, he's just an amazing person. He's a serial entrepreneur. They say success leaves clues, and he's going to leave you with a lot of clues today. He's very successful inside and outside of My Daily Choice. He'll share his story a little bit with you, but he knows 100% of the information. Again, he's building huge teams all over the world. He loves to help people, very passionate about what he's doing. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my business partner and friend, Mr. Dale Franklin. Dale, the call is all yours, buddy.
Hi, Chris. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
All right. Well, thanks for that incredible introduction. I sometimes have to look around and see what you're talking about. but welcome everybody to the call. Yes, my name is Dale Franklin. I've been friends with Chris for over 15 years. We've traveled all over the world together. We've had an incredible time, an incredible journey together. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'll be brief, but I have been a very fortunate person in my life. I have been married to my wife for over 44 years. I have 4 adult children, 2 boys, 2 girls. I have a nine-year-old grandson, or will be 9 next month. A 1-year-old granddaughter, and a brand new bouncing baby grandson. Okay, was born just less than a month ago. So, add all that to the fact that I've owned 8 businesses in my life, and they've all been successful to one degree or another. And I still own a tire and automotive center that has by itself has made me very wealthy. I say that with all humility, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get across to you that, I have been very fortunate in my life, and I was looking for some way to kind of pay it back, to pay it forward, whatever you want to call it, to help, to pay the universe back for what my blessings. And I found that in this type of business, in network marketing. Okay. Oh God, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, a friend of mine, Billy, came to me and he says, Dale, he says, I have a product, a fuel treatment that you can use to save money on fuel, make your motor last longer. He listed all kinds of things, reduce emissions. And he said, I'd love you to try it. And I told him, I said, Billy, I've been in the automotive business for years and years and years, and I've seen a lot of additives come and go, but I've never seen any that really worked. But he's a friend of mine, so I said, all right. So I bought a bottle and I started trying it, and it worked. It worked immensely, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that down the road here. But it worked. So he called me back a couple days later and says, now that you see it works, he says, why don't you try selling it to your customers in your tire store? And so I did that, and many of my customers tried it, and it worked for them, and they came back with great testimonials. And so I was very pleased with that. Well, Billy calls me back again, and he says, you can build teams around the world that sell this product, and you'll make a little money, and as they make money. Well, I had that aha moment, that moment that I've been looking for, okay, where I could pay the universe back for my blessings. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I've been helping people around the world to build businesses so they can reach a financial security, whatever that is for them, a few extra $100 a month, a few $1,000 a month, tens of thousands a month, whatever they choose to reach for and are willing to work for, we can help them get. So that's what we're doing here. Anybody whoever invited you to this call, make sure you thank them, because they cared enough about you to get you on this call and at least hear what we have to say. whether you choose to become a customer, an affiliate, or you maybe just refer somebody else to us that we can talk to, we're happy with any of it, okay? Because we know we're helping as many people as possible throughout the world. I said that I turned out I was pretty good at it. I have over 28,000 affiliates around the world. I'm in 62 countries, have a presence in all 62 countries. So it's doing very, very well. So again, thank the person who invited you to this. And whether you've decided it's for you or not, I think you'll find that just giving us this 45 minutes to learn about what we have to offer is be very valuable for you. So having said all that, let me share my screen. This way. Crank this up to full size. There we go. Put that out of the way. Close that out. There we go. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about a product called Fuel Factor X, or FFX for short. Now, when I got into this business 16 years ago, we sold this under a different brand. It was called Extreme Fuel Treatment, or XFT. And we hit it at just the right time. Fuel prices in 2007, 2008, 2009 were crazy high. And because of that, when we save people money on fuel, it really got people's attention. And so we built this business and we grew it very quickly especially throughout Africa. And I'll explain that more in a few minutes here. But, the African market took off. We started out in Ghana. 9 guys were interested. Within 11 months, that 9 guys went to 38,000 affiliates. We moved from there to Nigeria. Within a short period of time, we're doing $2 million worth of product every month out of Nigeria. And then we go to South Africa, we went to East Africa, and it spread like wildfire. Well, the price of fuel over time dropped quite substantially. And even though this product does a lot of great things besides saving you money on fuel, it wasn't selling quite as much as it was before. Well, now here we are back in fuel prices higher than they've ever been. And the amazing thing about our product, the product is selling at the same price it sold before back in 2007, 2008. And how many things can you say that about? So we're selling a product same price as before, and we're saving people even more on fuel. So we know history is going to repeat itself. Okay. So I'm going to go through here and explain what this product does and how it's going to help you both save money and we're going to show you some testimonials from fellow Africans, and then Chris is going to take some time and explain the business opportunities. So bear with us. We're gonna throw a lot of stuff at you. We're going to throw it, like we say, we throw it at you like spraying you with a fire hose. But just be aware that everything we tell you is easily accessible through our websites and through the people who invited you to explain it more. Okay, so FFX, or Fuel Factor X, helps reduce emissions, improves fuel economy, enhances performance, and will prolong engine life up to 40%, believe it or not. And it's an incredible product. I want to switch here to the next screen. Whoops, looks like I have to scroll down. This tells the same thing I just said, but the thing I want you to catch here in the lower right-hand corner, it says FFX is a comprehensive fuel treatment. I want to explain what I'm talking about. Okay, this treats your fuel, but it does not change the specifications of your fuel. Okay. The reason I'm emphasizing that is because I always get a couple of questions. One is, what's it going to do for my warranty on my car? Well, again, because it doesn't change the specifications of the fuel, it's not going to do anything to the warranty on your car. As a matter of fact, if you look in most owner's manuals of most cars, it'll tell you that a fuel additive is recommended, okay, to help improve efficiency. Well, ours being a product on steroids, it certainly does that. The other question that people say is, okay, Dale, I got a used car. What if I use your product and it causes damage to my vehicle? What's going to happen then? Well, number one, we've been selling this product. This product's been around for over 30 years. Okay. In that 30 years, there has never been a legitimate claim against our product. Okay. There's never been once we've had a few people that said, well, we think it might have affected something, and we We hired mechanics and checked it out, and lo and behold, it had anything to do with our product. But there's never been a claim. But if there ever is, we have a multi-million-dollar insurance policy to cover it. So you don't have to worry about that. But again, I'm here to tell you, I've been selling this product in different names for over 15 years. My Daily Choice has the exclusive worldwide rights to it under our name. So we're the only place you can get it. And in all the time that I've been selling this, we've never had a claim, and you're never going to. Our product does not harm engines, period. Okay? So let's get that over with. The next thing I want to show you is our product is good for you and it's good for the planet. Okay? Like I said, it reduces emissions by as much as a third. I'm going to explain that a little bit more in just a minute. This is an all-in-one solution. Okay? It does a tremendous amount of things that, there's a lot of products out there that do one or two of the things that our product does, but nobody has a similar product that does everything that our product does. As I said before, it prolongs engine life and reduces engine wear. It increases fuel economy. It reduces harmful emissions and pollutants and improves fuel performance and horsepower. Now, when I say all this, what am I talking about? You're saying, hey, it's easy to say that. Well, tell me what we're talking specifically. Okay. Well, as far as fuel savings, in America, we save, using our product, we save between 7 to 20%. Okay. In Africa, we see a savings between 15 and 35%. In fact, we see a lot of testimonials that are even higher than that, but we'd rather under promise and over perform. So I'm going to keep the 15 to 35%. Okay. That by itself is an incredible savings, and you'll be very, very pleased with that. But the reason that you get better fuel economy in Africa than you do in the United States or Europe or Asia is because you basically have a poor quality fuel to start with. I mean no disrespect when I say that. This is what happens. Many African countries have produce oil, and they export all their best fuel, all their best oil. Okay, what they call the sweet crude, the best crude, gets exported because that's what they get paid the most money for. Okay, does that make sense? So they export that to the United States, to Europe, to Asia, and what's left is a lesser quality oil, or even what they call a sour crude, which is again a lesser quality fuel, which is is the gasoline, the diesel, everything that you use in Africa is produced from that. Okay, I've been to Africa many times. I was in Uganda a while back, and we poured fuel from a fuel pump right into a glass jar and looked at it through the sun, and couldn't believe the amount of particles that were in it that we would never see in our country. Okay, so again, it's a dirtier fuel. It's a less quality fuel. Okay, by using our product FFX, when we use it in America, we're putting it in, and it's going into fuel that's already got some additives already in it. So that's what offsets some of the benefits of our product. But in Africa, because you have very few additives already in your fuel, when you use our FFX, it's like making your fuel go on steroids. It's going to make it really, really, really run really well and do everything that it does around the world, but do it even better. Okay, I hope that explains all that. Now, keep in mind that this product does a lot of things, and one of the additional things it'll do, if you have a high-performance vehicle, BMW, Mercedes, sports car, something that's requiring what they call high-performance fuel, high-test fuel, maybe you're buying V-Power or something like that that's over there in Africa. You're paying a much higher price for that fuel. By using our product, FFX, and regular fuel, you can get the same benefits that you get from using that more expensive fuel. So you're gonna benefit two ways. You're gonna save money on the fuel costs, and you're gonna get better efficiency on that fuel by using FFX. So keep that in mind. Now, the last thing I want to say before I change to the next screen here is I want to talk about an internal combustion engine, okay, a gasoline or petrol engine. I think most of us understand how that works. You have your fuel, which is pumped to the engine, to the motor, and and you have it injected, it sprays that fuel into the piston as a mist. Okay, then a spark plug sparks, which ignites that mist and creates an explosion. That explosion becomes power, and power is what moves your car forward. Okay. With our product, one of the things in our product is an organometallic compound. Okay, which actually the two guys that work for NASA that invented this won the Nobel Prize for Science many years ago for creating this. And what it does is it lowers the temperature of that fuel ignites at by about 40 degrees. So if we ignite fuel at a lower temperature, it means we're going to burn more of the available fuel. If everything else being the same, in the timing on a vehicle, the spark plug is going to spark the same time over and over and over again. You're in a confined space, being inside that piston, and you spray the fuel in there. And if you burn more of the available fuel, several things are going to happen. First of all, you're going to have a bigger explosion, so you're going to have more power. Okay, more power means from the standpoint of you driving down the road, if you had your foot on the gas pedal where you normally have it, you'd be going faster because of more power. Or you could let off on that gas pedal, and you'd be able to go further on the same amount of fuel. Okay, so that you're either going to get more power or better efficiency. One of the two. It's got to happen because it's science. You get a bigger explosion, the force has got to go somewhere. Now, what also happens is that when you burn more of the available fuel, that means there's less black smoke coming out of your tailpipe. Okay, when you see black smoke coming out of the tailpipe, all that is unburnt fuel. What's it turn into? Pollution, air pollution. Okay, so if we're burning more of the available fuel, that means there's less black smoke. In fact, if you have a vehicle that shows a lot of black smoke, you eventually will see just heat waves coming out of there instead of the smoke because you're burning more of the available fuel. So again, we reduce emissions by about a third. Imagine if every vehicle in Africa was using our product, how that would help the environment. Okay, so having said all that, we're going to go to the next one here. What can we use FFX in? We can use it. Excuse me one second. We can use it in cars, motorcycles, boats, ATVs, trucks, generators, heavy equipment, RVs, 18-wheelers. You can even use it in the cooking gas that you use to cook your meals, okay, and save money because that cooking gas will last much, much longer. And I have a testimonial coming up to talk about that. And what can you use it in? You can use it in any carbon-based fuel: petrol, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, paraffin, bunker C fuel, which is a fuel that they use, heavy oil type fuel that they use in big shipping companies and stuff like that to ship ships across the ocean. Anything that's carbon-based fuel, you can use it in. Okay, so between the fact that you can use it in all these different vehicles and all these different fuels is pretty incredible. Let me switch to the next one here. This is something I want to point out. We wanted to see what we'd have to buy at a local parts store to do everything that Fuel Factor X does. And we did this a few years back. And we went to the store, and everything you see in the insert, we had to buy all that stuff. It came to almost a gallon of product, cost almost $70 US, and we'd have to put all that into your tank every single time you filled up to take the place of our Fuel Factor X. Price-wise, like I said, $70 back then. Now today, everything you see there would probably be closer to $90 US. Or you can use our Fuel Factor X, one of those sachets, and it's going to cost you somewhere between $4 to $6, depending on how you buy it, whether you buy it in the sachet or buy it in the bottle. There's some savings by buying it in the bottle. It's going to do everything that all those things do, and the beautiful thing about it is all we're sending you is the good stuff in these sachets or in these bottles. It's very highly concentrated. There's no fillers, so that means it doesn't weigh that much. And so when we ship it from America, you're not getting it killed on the shipping charges. Okay, if you're getting it right from a warehouse we have in Africa, that last mile is going to be very inexpensive to get it to you because again, it doesn't weigh a lot. Okay, so there's a lot of benefits to using this product and saving money. Okay, here's something that's going to tell you a little bit more about what the product does and what's in it. Okay. As I said earlier, it's got an organometallic monometallic compound, fantastic invention that won those two gentlemen the Nobel Prize in Science. Reduces the temperature that the fuel burns at. Then on top of that, we have lubricants that reduce friction in pistons, pumps, and injectors. We have detergents that clean and maintain injectors, as well as the rest of the fuel system. We have polymerization retardants that reduce solids that form in the fuel tank and keep the engine clean. We have rust and corrosion inhibitors, which prevents rust from building up in the fuel system. We have demulsifiers. A demulsifier is something that removes moisture from fuel. A single drop of moisture, of water in a diesel engine being pushed all the way through to the injector can do a lot of damage that doesn't repair. Capture moisture and drop it down the tank where it won't get into the system. That's what that does. You know, if you have you leave fuel stored for any length of time, it's going to eventually start to separate. It's going to separate into two products: a very thin fluid and a more like a syrupy fluid. Okay, almost jelly-like. And that's what happens if you let fluid sit for very long. Imagine if you had a generator that had been sitting quite some time without running, and all of a sudden it started up and it was trying to run, and it ran for a few minutes, and then the pump pushed in the jelly type substance into the system. It would plug the fuel filter, and the generator would die just when you need it the most. You may have gone several years without needing it, and all of a sudden you need it, and it's not running because of this. Well, by using a fuel stabilizer, that keeps the fuel in the form it's supposed to be in for 5 to 7 years. So it's not going to separate. It's not going to cause the problems. I know this happens when I talk about generators. I was in South Africa a year or so back, and that's exactly what happened at the hotel that I was staying. The fuel had separated, and it caused this exact problem. So we're certainly having this is certainly a valuable part of our product. Next, let me scroll down a little bit more here. This is something I want you to really pay attention to, okay? Our product is incredible. It does some wonderful things, but it's not a miracle in a bottle. Every vehicle is different. You have vehicles that are new. You have vehicles that are older. You have vehicles that are been maintained very well. You have vehicles that haven't been maintained at all. You have all kinds of different problems that a vehicle can have. And so when you start using our product, if you just use it one time, one tankful, it may help you or it may not, depending on how badly your engine needs to be cleaned and all the different things that you might be having problems with. So these 4 lines tell you what could happen if you use our product. And we talk about a 7-tank challenge because some vehicles start off right off the bat and you see a benefit. Others have to have several tankfuls of our product to work. But once we get the efficiencies that we're looking for, as long as you continue to use our product, you will continue to have those savings. And another thing I want to point out too, right now before I forget it, is as we're cleaning your engine, as I'm going to be describing here, it may cause more black smoke to come out of your tailpipe for a short period of time while it's cleaning the engine. I have people say, "Oh, I'm seeing more black smoke than normal." That makes total sense because we're cleaning the engine to begin with. We're getting rid of all that, so that from then on we can burn a very efficient fuel and reduce emissions by, like I said, about up to a third. So again, that can happen. So be aware of that. Here are the 4 things that can happen. If you see the blue line, I'm going to scroll down to the next screen so I can explain it to you right from here. The blue line happens about 38% of the time. You start using our product, and instantly, the first tankful, you start seeing savings. And every time you put in, you retreat your next tankful of fuel, you get better and better results until you reach your optimum savings. And then again, as long as you use the product, it's going to continue to save you that money. And it's going to continue to run at that efficiency level. The next line is the green line. If you see the green line, it starts off flat and then takes off. Well, that you could have some carbon buildup in that engine. Might not be a lot, but some. And when you start using our product and it starts cleaning that out, the efficiencies that you would be getting, the savings you'll be getting, are going to be offset by the fact your engine is working a little harder pushing that carbon and varnish out of the system. And so you won't see anything for a couple fuel tanks. And then you'll start seeing it, and again, it'll go to keep on improving until you reach optimum efficiency. The pink line is next. The pink line is what actually happened to my own vehicle. I said I was going to talk about my own vehicle down the road, and here we are. I own a Toyota Tundra pickup. Because I own a Tired Automotive Center, and I'm always, as the owner, always the last one to be serviced because we're such a busy shop. I had over 100,000 miles on that truck, and I'm ashamed to say we had never had time to work on it. So when I started using this product, I actually started seeing a decrease in efficiency for the first 2 or 3 tankfuls. And the reason being, 100,000 miles, I had a lot of carbon buildup, I had a lot of varnish buildup, and while it was cleaning that out, it was making the engine work so hard that it was more than offsetting the savings. And so I actually lost efficiency for a while. Once it cleaned the engine out and got everything running good, it took off, and as you can see, I ended up getting great efficiency in the end. I went from being worried that maybe I had made a mistake of trying this product to being very, very happy because I went from 16.0 miles per gallon to 19.2, which turned out to be exactly a 20% savings on my pickup. Okay, so that certainly got my attention. That's why I'm doing this now. So again, that can happen to you, but again, you just got to be patient for 2 or 3 tankfuls as the product is doing what it's supposed to do. And then the last one is the gold line. The gold line could be somebody that had some pretty heavy scale buildup in their engine, maybe some carbon that had kind of crystallized. And so when you first start using it, it hasn't softened that carbon enough to get rid of it. And so you start getting better efficiency right off the bat. And then as it softens the varnish and the carbon and starts pushing it through the engine, you might lose efficiency for a tankful or 2. And then once it's all cleaned out, it's going to you're going to again keep seeing better and better fuel efficiency until you reach your optimum. As you see from the pictures there, all of them eventually will get you to optimum efficiency, but it may take a few tankfuls for it to happen. Once it happens, as long as you continue to use our product, you will continue to see those efficiencies for as long as you own the vehicle. Okay, so let me close out of this. And the next part I always read because I don't want to leave anything out. Okay, and at 68 years old, sometimes my mind is not as crystal clear as it used to be. So here are the 9 things that can happen when you use our Fuel Factor X. It's going to increase fuel efficiency by 7 to 20% in the United States, 15 to 35% in Africa. Number 2, it prolongs the engine life and reduces engine wear. We can help increase the life of your motor by as much as 40%. Number 3, it improves vehicle performance and horsepower. Number 4, it reduces harmful emissions and pollutants by 1/3. Again, in this day and age, we have to be cognizant that our environment is the only environment we have. We've got to help keep it clean. Okay. Number 5, it's a fuel stabilizer. It prolongs the life of stored fuel. Number 6, it's an emulsifier. It separates water from fuel. Number 7, you can replace premium fuel with regular fuel with no change in performance, fuel economy, or engine wear. In other words, you're going to be able to save a lot of money. You don't have to buy that more expensive fuel. Number 8, it can be used in both gas and diesel fueled vehicles. Any carbon-based fuel, whatever it is, you can use this product. And number 9, it's highly concentrated. A 1/4 ounce treats up to 20 gallons, or in other words, from a metric standpoint, a 10 ml sachet will treat up to 76 liters. Okay, highly concentrated. So that's what I wanted to get across to you guys today. But I don't want you to just believe me. Chris is gonna play a few videos of people from Africa who have already used this product, and they'll tell you what their results have been. So without further ado, please listen.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir.
Please, can we meet you?
Okay, my name is Sandra Jude.
When was the first time you used Fuel Factor X in your cooking gas?
That was July.
July when?
July 6th.
July 6th.
Yes.
So, and what has it been like since then?
It's been wonderful, like wonderful.
So how many times have you refueled after that time?
Refueled after that time again.
So you mean that since 6th of July,
Up until date.
Today, 30th of August,
I'm still using
you are
the
still
gas.
using the
Yes,
gas.
yes.
And how many mil did you put inside?
2
2 mil.
2 mil.
And you are still using it.
Yes.
Before you started using our product, how long do you use your gas for?
3 weeks max.
3 weeks.
Yes, because I cook every day because of children.
And you have been cooking since July 6th
July 6th to date.
till date.
Like
And-
even there, if there is no light, I use it to boil water for us to bathe
Okay.
because of the cold. So I'm not just only using it to cook food. I use it to do other, even things. I use it to boil things. To cook things.
Now, wow, this is our product.
Honestly,
Hey.
it's really, really amazing. So lovely.
6th of July.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is 30th of August.
Generator, yeah. How many hours? Tó bá full, how many hours ló máa ń lò?
tó bá fò kò kí ń lò more than 8 hours
Be 8 hours.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá.
Okay, so a dẹ̀ ti fi kíní yẹn sí lánàá. So mo fẹ́ wo ibi tó dé. So a máa lọ wo record yẹn. How many hours ló ti run? Rẹ̀já sáré wo ibi tó dé báyìí.
ẹ̀pin sí ó sì pọ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Ó sì pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ó sì pọ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Bí half àbí? Ó sì ju half àbí kí mo rí yẹn?
ó ju àfi lọ díẹ̀
Ó ju half lọ díẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá.
Okay, mo fẹ́ mọ how many hours tẹ́ ti lò.
Okay, sá.
Báwo lẹ ṣe lò náà?
a tà ní bíi 6 lánàá a pa ní after 1
You put it on at 6?
and we off it around 120.
Okay, let's quickly go and look at your record. So time will let Tolaliano.
a tà ní 5 minutes to 6.
Because I was here. Yeah, that was almost 6 o'clock. So 5:55.
Yes.
5:55.
And we off it 120. 20 minutes
120.
after 1.
Okay. That's not 8 hours. So let's say 6 o'clock to 120. 6 o'clock to 120 is 8 hours. Wait, 6 o'clock to 12 midnight is 6 hours. To 1 a.m. is 7 hours. So 7 hours 20 minutes.
Yes.
So this should be 7 hours 25 minutes.
Oh, yes, sir.
Then Ele Nisin at only 5:20 a.m. Okay, and you put it off at 8 a.m.
Yes.
So that's like 3 hours.
Yes, sir.
So that means it has run for 10 hours.
Yes.
And what we just saw now is that the fuel is still more than half,
And we have done again.
and we're putting it on again.
Yeah.
So I want to know. Okay, well, once the sun comes out, we'll put on the inverter. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Because I'm a facility manager and hotel managers too, I manage hotels. So one of our main products and what takes money away from us is actually the issue of diesel. So when he now says something concerning diesel, that's something that can save me money, of course I will be interested because I know that I'm spending millions of naira every month on diesel. So that was what brought me to coming to it. And I came, and I'm a very practical person. You tell me that this thing can work. The first thing that I will do is to test you out. Is it a fact or something? So I collected the first product and I put time into it and began to measure it. So what got me again now the fourth time to come and buy was that one of the facilities that I manage saved me. We have 3,000 liters of diesel, and I bought for these 3,000 liters. We were able to save 550 liters of diesel on that particular product. So this product is real, and I advise everybody.
Hi friends, I'm here to share my experience using this amazing product called Fuel Factor X, or FFX for short. Before FFX, I fill my tank every week, which is 4 times a month. But since I started using FFX, I fill my tank twice a month. So FFX is saving me about 25,000 naira every month. Imagine I use it for the year, I'm going to be saving about 300,000 naira. Do you use petrol or diesel daily at home or in your business? Then you need FFX. Drop your information or contact so that you can attend any of our information sessions, either physically in Ikeja, Lagos, or on any of our online platforms. FFX, helping individuals and businesses save money on fuel.
And I was looking at my fuel, I was scared, and it wasn't moving. when I dropped the person at University of Lagos from Isheri, it took me about 1 hour 48 minutes with the Ojodubega traffic. And mind you, I was on quarter when I left Oroshoki. When I dropped the person at Unilag Gate, I took another request from Unilag Gate to Oshodi side after Charity.
Wow.
Brown Street.
Brown Street at Oshodi, yes.
Oshodi.
Yes.
When I dropped that person, I said, don't let me overdo it, let me just go home, JJ. And I drove back to Oroshoki. And from quarter time, the fuel just get to, in fact, just below the quarter line.
Wow.
Then from Uru this morning, I drove all the way to
Ikeja. Wow.
As I was about to enter Skymate compound, he now gave me a warning light.
Red.
Not even red, just warning.
Warning light. The first light. Okay.
Which means it's still going to go off before we now.
So that warning light now shows you still have almost like 20 to 18 liters.
Yeah,
because because my Jeep now, when it enter red, I still have like 15 liters.
Because you have 100 liters tank.
10 tanks. Okay.
So now it's like 15 liters.
15 liters. Wow.
That's a huge testimony.
That's huge testimony.
I decided to buy executive pack this morning.
God bless you.
If I cannot sell it, I will use it.
God bless you. God bless you. Can you see, everybody? Did you just listen to him now? That is great testimony from quarter tank, from Oroshoki down to Ojodubega. That's beyond Ojodubega. That's at the back of TV, channel television. Isheri. Back to wow, down to another from that place, OPT Estate to University of Lagos. Wow, that is.
So I want to show you a simple demonstration of how to use FFX inside your cooking gas. This is Fuel Factor X 4-pack 10 mil. This is the bottle, the 120 mil. So my gas just finished and I've been waiting for it to finish since middle of June. I can't remember the exact date. So now I'm going to show you how to put it into your cooking gas. All right, I've already poured the contents of this sachet into this small container and then extracted everything into my syringe. What you need to do is you have your FFX inside your syringe, okay, whatever volume. What you need is 2 mils of FFX inside a 12.5 kg cylinder, just 2 mils, not the entire sachet. So use something. I have a screwdriver. You could use the top of the syringe cap, and then depress the knob in the middle. All right, just press it down. You see nothing is coming out, all the air is gone because the gas has finished. You have to do this on an empty cylinder or else it's the gas that will be flowing out. And then put the syringe in. Once you depress that, if you leave it, you will see that it will stay right up. That shows that it has gone in a bit. So all we need to do is now dispense 2 mils into it. So this is currently at 9 mils. I want it to go down to about 7. So I will start to dispense. Voila. Now take your cylinder to the gas station. So with your cooking gas, FFX actually extends the lifespan by over 100%. So without FFX, this lasted me about 6 weeks, middle of June. Today is 2nd of August, and it just finished today. So I'm expecting that this should take me at least 12 weeks. So I'm going to update you guys on when this cylinder finishes after I fill it today. So now let's go fill our gas.
Okay. So what do we learn so far? FFX can save you money on fuel. It can increase the life of your vehicle, and it can help you live on a greener, healthier planet. And if you decide to become a business partner with us, it can make you wealthy. Okay, whatever you determine wealth to be. Now I'm going to give you a treat. I'm going to introduce you to Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey is a 50K affiliate with our company. He has been over the time that I've known him. He's been in I believe 4 different network marketing companies. Wherever this man goes, he rises to the top. He becomes one of the top leaders in that company. And he has done a phenomenal job, both when we first met him when we were working with the old style product XFT, and now with the FFX. We have the background to help you understand this business, and he is the best trainer out there. He has proven over and over again that he can train, he can motivate, he can. He's a lot of fun to be around to boot. But the thing is, you can enjoy learning from him, enjoy being around him, and hopefully whenever you're around him, some of his greatness will rub off on you, because he is that kind of guy that trains and motivates people for success. So without further ado,
yes,
I'm good. Take your lead,
all
buddy.
All right, everybody. Welcome again. My name is Chris Bailey. Of course, I introduced myself at the early opening, but I want to thank Dale for that amazing knowledge and skills that he shared with us today about the amazing product. The Fuel Factor X is just absolutely incredible. Our stories are just amazing. This product has completely changed Dale's life, my life, and tens of thousands of people all over the world. And it's just an amazing product. Now, the great thing for all of us is we don't have to be experts like Dale, right? I'm not a fuel expert. I don't own a tire shop and automotive industry. I don't even know how to change oil, okay? So you don't have to be an expert. All I know is I put that stuff in my tank, it works, and I tell everybody about it, all right? It's just as simple as that. Now, but from a business standpoint, man, this thing just makes so much sense. There are so many great advantages. Dale mentioned to you a little bit about my story. And Dale and I actually met in one of the first companies that I joined. And this was the only product that we had. And literally, you know, I got so successful with it, I was able to quit my full-time job where I was making like about $130,000 a year. And this was like 15 plus years ago. All right. So, and I haven't had to go back to work since. So this product is absolutely life-changing. There are so many super advantages about it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a get-rich-quick scheme, but if you're consistent and you continue to work and you work this business, man, your life can be completely changed forever. But there are a few things about this product that makes this company very unique, okay? And we all know if you have something very unique and you have very little to no competition whatsoever, you can have a lot of success and have a big home run as long as you're laser focused. So let's talk about what makes this product very unique, okay? Now, there's a few different things that's really awesome. First is how many of us thought the industry, right? Tapping into one of the biggest industries in the world. We know all the fuel companies are big giants and they make a lot of money, and we're able to tap into that industry. The other thing is we have very little to no competition whatsoever. Although you can go buy a lot of products in the store, they don't work like our product, right? I can't tell you how many countless people have come to me and say, Chris, I've tried all these different products in the store and none of them work, but this product absolutely works. All right, so the difference is we're putting this product in every time we fill up, whereas the other products, they're a one and done kind of thing, okay? So I haven't seen another product like this, so we have very little to no competition whatsoever. Another thing that makes this product really unique is the fact that it saves people money. Every other opportunity, Dale talked about the success I've had with multiple different companies. All of those products were luxuries, okay? Can't we all agree that fuel is a necessity, okay? And the fact that you can help people save money on a necessity, all right? So it's much different than all the other products that all the other companies have. And then last but not least is the fact that we service not only regular, ordinary, everyday people, right? But we also service businesses. And this is the first home-based business that I've been involved in that actually you can sell to businesses and make a huge amount of money. So the product, again, is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, let's talk about why My Daily Choice, okay? And this is what really separates My Daily Choice from other companies, is the amount of money that they pay out, okay? And sharing a little bit more about my story, and Dale and I both experienced this together. We were exposed to My Daily Choice, and My Daily Choice was a few years old, maybe 3 years old at the time. Dale and I flew out to the corporate office, and you know, they showed us what separates My Daily Choice from other companies. And what blew my mind, okay, this was mind blowing to me, is My Daily Choice at that time was a little over 3 years old, and they had the top earners in the entire world, okay, in this company. A 3-year-old company compared to other companies that had, you know, millions of distributors throughout the years, have, you know, been around for 30, 40, 50 years. And this company, when it was only 3 years old, had the top female earner in the history of home-based business, pulling in over $1 million a month. That blew my mind. And so when I saw that, that's when I knew that I was joining My Daily Choice. All right. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into the compensation plan. Dale Franklin, if you go to his website, dalefranklin.net, we have a couple of trainings that he and I have done together that last 2 different trainings that lasted about an hour each, okay, that details not only how the compensation plan works in detail, but also strategies on how to build to maximize the compensation to earn the most amount of money, okay? But I will share with you what my favorite phone call is. That's when someone calls and say, hey, Chris, I'm making all this money and I don't know how I'm doing it, okay? Isn't that a beautiful phone call to make? Dale was talking about how, you know, his goal in life with this opportunity is just to help a whole lot of people change their lives because of his success. Well, I'm sure that that's the call that we all like to get. So I'm going to just briefly go over this. What's really cool is we get paid every single week, and we also get paid monthly bonuses as well. So if you started today, you signed up right now, you made a sale this evening, you will get paid next week. How cool is that? All right. So we get customer acquisition bonuses. So every time we sign up a new customer, we get a bonus. We get jumpstart bonuses. That's when someone says, you know what, I want to make money off this. This looks like a once in a lifetime opportunity. They place an order, you get paid. Then we have what we call binary commissions. And binary is what all the new companies are going to, because it is one of the most lucrative ways to get paid. Also, it helps that it goes to almost infinity. So it doesn't matter how many new people join your team, your organization, you typically get paid unlimited amount of people, and they can go into the millions. All right. And then we have check matching. Now, check matching is amazing. There's a couple of reasons why I like it. Number one, it is usually the biggest part of my paycheck. Okay. The other thing is it shows that you're helping people be successful. Okay. So check matching is basically when you're helping people and they get binary checks. People you personally enroll, you earn 30% of a bonus from corporate on how much money they made. So if you help someone make $1,000, your company's going to pay you $300. Now, if you have 5 people that you personally introduced and they all made $1,000, now you're looking at $1,500, right? 300 times 5 people. So the more people you help, the more successful. Now, what's also great about check matching is it's not just the people you introduce. This goes levels down, okay? So for example, if you introduce me and I made $1,000, then you'd make $300. But if I signed up Dale and Dale made $1,000, because Dale will be your level 2, all right? You would earn another $200. So it's 20% on the second level, and this can go for levels and levels and levels based on the rank you continue to hold. All right. Then we also have one-time rank bonuses. They go from $100 all the way up to $500,000. And right now, the African market is one of the fastest growing markets in the entire company. So we literally have people getting these bonuses every single month. Okay. And then once you rank up and the very next month comes, the company continues to give you an additional bonus based on the rank you continue to hold, which is really, really cool. And then we have the global bonus pool. Now, what's really unique, this is another unique thing to this company, every company that I've been with, and I've been with some of the biggest companies in the world, the bonus pool was always reserved for the high-level people, okay? What's really cool is you can come in today, and if you got 4 new customers or 4 new business partners or a combination thereof, they all order 40 BV, which is basically the minimum, you know, did it by the end of the calendar month. All the reasons why I decided okay. Let's talk about getting started. It's really simple. All you do is get the website of the person invited you on. You click on I want to become an affiliate, and then you just place a product order. That's it. Okay. And I always say he who has the most product wins. So our executive pack gives you the best chance of getting off to a super fast start, but it also allows you to make money as if you've been promoted 4 times in the company. How cool is that? Okay. So again, I've never seen any other company do this. Every company I've been with, I had to start off at the very first level and work my way up. But today you can get in at the executive level. And here's what's really cool is you'll earn the same amount of commission as the top earners in the company for all the production that you do. Okay, so guys, it's absolutely incredible. Get back to the person that invited you on. They can share with you exactly how to become an executive. All right. Now, another thing I love about My Daily Choice is we're always looking to upgrade. So Josh and Jenna Zawagel, they were top affiliates in various companies, and they take their experience and they bring it to the table for us. They're distributors, right? They know what we like. What do we like? We like other ways to make money, okay? We love raises in our paycheck. So they always come up with really cool, brilliant ideas to put more money in our pocket, okay? And to make the business a better value to get started. When I first started, there was a registration fee. They got rid of that, all right? So there are no registration fees. When I first got started, we did not have this thing called brand bucks, okay? So this is an upgrade that was done a few months ago, and it is absolutely mind-blowing. Matter of fact, I just this past week bought the $7.99 brand buck. Okay, so it's absolutely incredible. Let me explain to you how this works. Okay, so the brand bucks are like prepaid credit cards. So what you do is you just go to the website, say, hey, instead of buying a product directly, I want to buy the brand bucks, and then you use your brand bucks to buy the product. What's the advantage of a brand buck? Number one is you get travel savings equivalent to the brand buck that you purchase, okay? So let's say, for example, you buy the $199 brand buck, you're going to get $200 in travel savings. And I'm going to tell you that travel savings work, okay? So you can save hundreds and hundreds of dollars at hotel stays, resort stays. So you're going to get that. And then you're going to get that same value in money to spend on the product. But here's where it gets better. The company says if you use brand bucks instead of a debit or a credit card, all right, we're going to give it to you at even a more discount. Okay, so now you're getting the product at the best price possible. All right, so that's another thing. But here's the biggest one. This is the biggest and best one. Okay, and there are other perks and benefits. But the biggest and best one is you qualify for the leadership check match before you become a leader. Okay. Now, this can be very, very significant. So let's say, for example, I was talking about when you become a leader, right? When you rank up in the company and you're already making some good money, you have a pretty big team. And let's say, for example, you get to 2 levels of check match, like I described with me and Dale, right? I gave you a great example. Well, if you're not a leader in the company, you wouldn't earn that. Okay, so if I made 1,000 in binary, Dale made 1,000 in binary, you wouldn't get anything, all right, unless you become a leader in the company. Well, with the brand buck, it immediately qualifies you for the leadership check match, all right? And it's grandfathered as long as you remain active with the required 90 BV each month, all right, you qualify for that check match, before you even hit the ranks. Okay, so it can become very significant if you have people on your team that's really growing fast, and especially if they're growing faster than you are, and they're making big checks. And in most companies, you just have to be sad because you're seeing people below you make way more than you. Well, guess what? Here, you can make a whole lot of money by having that brand buck. Okay, so I want to close out and saying that the future belongs to those who see the possibilities before they become obvious. Okay, and we've seen this rodeo before, okay? And, the reality of it is you just work your butt off, never quit, all right? And share this with as many people as possible, okay? And that's how you have success with My Daily Choice. So I always like to give a quick, brief training each week. And today, what I want to talk about is just really paying close attention to making sure you do something. And I don't care what it is, but do something for your business every single day, okay? So it might be posting something on social media. It may be, a lot of people do this, and I've done this before too, where every day I would literally go out of the house, okay, and make sure that I get a new person's phone number before I came home, all right? And, I know a lot of people might say, I'm scared to talk to people, or that's uncomfortable for me, all right? We give a lot of trainings, all right? And one thing that I will tell you is nobody gets wealthy in their comfort zone, all right? You got to get uncomfortable, okay? Can't we all agree if we're comfortable laying on the couch watching TV every evening, we're not going to make money, right? We got to get uncomfortable. We got to do things. We got to be willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do, okay? And I'll tell you this, I've never in my career, never in my life, have seen anybody get physically hurt by going out trying to help somebody make money, okay? So, you can make it a goal to each week you go out and meet 5 new people and invite them to this presentation for next Thursday. Or if you want to share a link, so we have recorded opportunity presentations. Matter of fact, Dale and I did one a few weeks ago that I think was one of the best that we've done in a very long time. We have that online for you. All right. So if they're not available to get on this, then you can just send them that link. Now, when you do send them the link, okay, this is very important. And this is coming from experience, okay? And it's coming from one of the greatest trainers in our industry named Eric Worre, okay? Eric Worre teaches exactly how to invite. So if you do send someone the video, what you want to do is confirm when they're going to watch it. Very important, okay? You confirm when they're going to watch it. So if you say, hey, if I send you this video tomorrow at 7, when will you be able to watch it? Okay, and they'll tell you, okay, I can watch it right away. Great, all right, because I'm going to call you at 8. Okay, so you let them know that. You let them know right up front, and that's how you do it. And when you call them, you don't want to ask them what did they think. You want to lead them into saying what you want to say. And here's how you do that. You ask them, what did they like best about what they saw? All right. We're not asking them what they think. We're asking them what they like best. Because some people may not be interested in the opportunity, right? Some people may not care about what product it is. They just want to make the money because they heard that some lady makes over $1 million a month in this company, right? So depending on the person you're talking to, different people have different strokes with different folks, okay? So you ask them what they like best. So if they say, oh, I like the product, you say, me too. Because you do, right? You like the product, that's why you're here. If they say, oh, I like the money, you say, me too, all right? You probably like the money. That's why you're here, right? So whatever it is, all right, and they might be like Dale. Dale's response may be, oh, I love to help people. I can help a whole lot of people with this product. Me too. Okay. So whatever it is, you say me too. You talk about that subject. Yeah, we have people, you love to help people. We have this guy, Dale Franklin. He was the one in the video. He loves to help a whole lot of people. He's, flown all over the world to help people. And then you go for the sale, right? So you just ask him, are you ready to get started? Okay. And that's it. Keep it real simple. Yeah, and it may be uncomfortable, but once again, the more you do it, the better you're going to get. So if you don't do it you're never going to be good. But if you do it and you're bad, eventually you'll be good. Eventually after that, you'll be great. Okay. But you got to do the activities to win. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. All right. And again, we do this every Thursday. So make sure that you get your team on each and every Thursday. Make sure you get guests on each and every Thursday. Everybody should have a goal. Everybody should have a goal of having guests on this Zoom every single Thursday. There shouldn't be one person. I don't care if you're the top earner in the entire world in the home-based business space. The top earners in the world still invite every single week. All right. So with that being said, love you guys and see you next week. Bye-bye.